So welcome, my name is Alex Harris and thank you for visiting this hangout. We'll be talking today about improving your conversions and generating more leads. So hi, a little bit about me. My name is Alex Harris. I live in South Florida. I've been doing website design and conversion optimization for over 10 years. I focus on landing pages, e-commerce, WordPress, and A/B testing. So master website conversions. What is this all about? It's a conversion rate optimization training program. I record live, real, ongoing case studies where I help people generate more leads and more conversions from whatever site they have, whether it's an e-commerce site, a subscription site, or just a personal branding site. You need to be consistently improving the conversions on those sites. The 5-step formula to master website conversions includes the discovery process, the hypothesis, the execution, review, and scaling process. The discovery process is all about understanding what's going on in your site. Then the hypothesis is taking that information and trying to figure out what experiments that you're going to implement in your marketing campaigns. Next, after we figure out what we want to do, we would need to actually execute and create those steps. Then once we understand exactly what is working or what's not working, we do the review and scaling process. Each of these processes has a quantitative and qualitative aspect to the analysis. And let's dig in deeper into those aspects. Different tools are used at different aspects of the conversion optimization plan. In the quantitative aspect, we'll use testing tools like Visual Website Optimizer, Optimizely, Convert.com. Some people use Adobe Target. But then we'll also use analytic programs, obviously like Google Analytics, Kissmetrics, GetClicky, Mixpanel. But also understanding where that data is coming from, you also want to take a look at your e-commerce or your mail systems to figure out exactly what is going on with the numbers. After we understand what's going on with our data, we also want to understand exactly what is going on in the mind of the customer. What qualitative tools are you using? For me, I use a lot of user testing, ClickTail, Crazy Egg. And you can also do this with MailChimp, Aweber, and even Gmail. Understanding exactly what's going on in your customer's mind is key to improving your conversion rates. So the first step in the Master Website Conversions training is all about the discovery process. Probably one of the most time-consuming aspects of figuring out how to improve conversions. In this process, we'll go through quantitative and qualitative analytics. In this case, in quantitative, we'll go into Google Analytics and try to understand what are the top traffic pages that are generating the most revenue and the most traffic. In here, in this client, we can see that the whey protein powder page and a couple other landing pages, along with the home page, are driving the most traffic over a period of time. We can also see the conversion rates, the bounce rates, and the average revenue that each of these different pages creates. We also want to understand the conversion and goal tracking aspects that are going on in Google Analytics. Taking a look at the trends that are happening and ensuring that those trends match dates of what is actually going on in the customer's mind. We also use different tools like Visual Website Optimizer, not only to do split testing, but also to track revenue along with conversion rates and execute heat maps to understand how much revenue by page and how many conversions for each of those pages is actually being tracked. This allows us to isolate each experience to ensure that we're trying to optimize the right conversions in the right aspect. We also use tools like usertesting.com. This allows us to really understand exactly what's going on in the customer's mind, because we have people actually go through the process and they tell us what is going on or what is confusing them. So this discovery process, we learned a lot about different things that helped trigger conversions in the e-commerce process. If you want to get a free user testing plan for you, you can get one free experience by going to peak.usertesting.com, and this will allow you to get one free test. It's a great tool, and it's a great way to get started if you want to figure out if user testing is right for you. So let's take a look at a real example. This is one of the top traffic pages that I mentioned from Google Analytics that we found out. And we ran this through user testing, Visual Website Optimizer, Google Analytics, and really identified where there's opportunity to improve their conversions. We found out in the qualitative aspect that people were thinking that this was too busy and way too salesy. They were asking themselves what's in it for them and questioning what was the support for the big claims. For instance, right here it says best tasting, highest quality, all natural meal replacement protein shakes. But really, what is making it, who says it's best tasting? So people were unsure of the credibility of what was going on these landing pages. People were also asking, what are the calories of these shakes and how many servings are in each jar? They're also asking, what are the ingredients of each of these different products, and how can I compare them versus some of the bigger brands that I may know of? So there was a lot of confusion going on with this particular landing page. In return, we would then create a hypothesis. Figuring out what's going on in the qualitative and quantitative data is just the beginning. We need to now take all that data and create our hypothesis. What is actually moving the needle? What is causing them to break their marketing funnels? You need to really dig into data to figure out how I can increase their conversions, and you do that through creating a hypothesis. The 5 ingredients of creating a world-class hypothesis are gather qualitative and quantitative data, do a heuristic data analysis, and then define what intuition and stakeholders will bring into the aspect of creating this hypothesis. You also want to ensure that you have defined goals. What are your KPIs, your key performance indicators that are going to be the success metric? In this case, not only do we want to define the overall conversion rate, but we also want to ensure that people are clicking on the add to cart button, because that's the micro conversion that is actually almost more important than the total conversion. If we can't get people to click, then they can't get people to convert. That's what the hypothesis is all about. Once we have an hypothesis, now we need to actually execute and create an implementation plan. And we do that through whatever tools or aspect that we want to use. In my case, in this scenario, we're going to be using Visual Website Optimizer to do heat maps and A/B testing, and also using lead pages on the site to improve opt-ins. As we create new designs or come up with different hypotheses or create wireframes, we will show those to people using user testing to get feedback so we don't waste any time on useless tests. We also want to prioritize our tests. What are the most beneficial tests that are actually going to move the needle? And we can do that through a prioritization chart. So let's take a look at our case study. This is our control, our core landing page. We said that it's too busy. People are asking, what's in it for me? They were unsure of the calories in the servings and what ingredients and how can I compare these two. So we'll take this and now create a new page to get some immediate quick wins. And some immediate quick wins would be to clean up the jars area, to actually make the image area actually clear and defined, remove almost all the text except absolutely what's necessary. Let's just take a look back real quick. You can see that there's a lot of text going on in the middle of the page, the green header area, multiple jars above the fold. So a lot of confusion going on, and we took it and we slimmed it down to only the most important elements above the fold, also including some of the social proof and credibility to ensure that people know that this company is not going to steal their information. having a clear headline along with a unique value proposition into bullets gives the iFlow a great way for you to understand exactly what's going on. Moving the ingredients to an easy way to understand them. You don't have to click and pop it up. Give the people what they want, and you do that through understanding it through qualitative data. You then take these 2 pages and you set them up in your split testing program. In this case, on the left we have the control, and on the right we have the test that I was setting up. You can see that it's a little bit, they're very similar, but there's just a little bit of small adjustments here and there. I slimmed out I removed the banner header and the background image up there. I made the text a lot easier to read. I moved the credibility symbols above the fold. I moved the ingredients image onto the page so you don't have to click and pop it up. So some slight changes right there, but overall it makes a big difference. Let's see how it worked. Okay, here's me actually setting it up. I actually took this page and set it up in Visual Website Optimizer. And now let's talk about what actually happens. Either you're going to win or you're going to lose. And we do that through the review process. Step 5 in our Master Website Conversions course. In step 5, we go back and we take a look at the control versus the test. And we can see that we're already off to a very good start. It hasn't reached total significance yet, but it has been running for over a week. And we can see that we're receiving more money per visit on the variation versus the control. Overall visitors, overall conversions, overall revenue, how many variations, we're only testing the control versus variation. And then we can see that overall the new variation that we're creating has a 73% chance to beat the original, with a total overall improvement of 19.4%. That's a great win by just doing a small 5-step formula to understand exactly what's going on the current pages that you have and then tweaking them to improve their conversions. Not bad for a 19% overall conversion rate improvement. So we're happy. Yes, that is what conversion rate optimization is all about. But this is just the beginning. This is just one test in your big aspect of it. Once you understand exactly what's working, you then need to move on to the scaling process. You need to take everything that you've learned from these tests, whether they're wins or they're losses, and then use them in more of your other marketing material. Where in your other parts of your funnel are you going to be able to apply this so you can ensure that you're getting a lift in your overall bottom line? So what we'll do is we'll take the wins of what we learned and we'll start to wireframe other areas of the site. So this is the same exact page, but a little bit more intense of a redesign. We try to incorporate all the elements of what we learned so far, but push the wins even further. You know, move the jars above the fold and make them a little bit of more of a hard sale. Move the ingredients above the fold. Incorporate some better imagery. There's a lot of different tests here, but if you can test for impact, this is one of the most important aspects of it. The ability to take your biggest wins and then apply that to your top traffic landing pages to overall scale your bottom line. We'll also take our wins and apply them to testing different variations of the homepage, where we'll improve the navigation or the header and what's above the fold in the active window, improving the credibility, improving the conversions of opt-ins, and using this in different ways to scale your conversion rate improvements. We will also take what we've learned and scale them into other channels. Not only do we want to optimize our general direct search traffic, but we also want to optimize AdWords or Facebook ads. So if we know that a specific headline is working really great, we can then take that headline and reuse it again in the Facebook ads or the Google AdWords of what is actually driving the most traffic, because majority of the time 20% of your keywords are driving 80% of your traffic. So if you can tune into that 20% and then use some of the learnings from your previous tests and wins, you're going to grow your overall profit from your AdWords immediately. So that's my 5-step formula to master website conversions. It's the discovery process, learning from that and creating a hypothesis, then anticipating what your experiments are going to be and implementing those in the execution and creation process, and then reviewing those wins and then taking the wins or losses and applying that to the rest of your marketing campaigns and your website in the scale process. Well, that's it. I hope you guys have enjoyed the workshop. I appreciate your time. If you have any feedback for master website conversions, or you have websites that you want to submit for review, I will be doing these workshops every Wednesday and updating you on what has been going on in my tests, and hopefully in the future you can share your tests as well. My name is Alex Harris, and you can visit my main website at alexdesigns.com, and I look forward to seeing you at Master Website Conversions. See you guys. Thank you.
Learn to improve your sales and online leads with masterwebsiteconversions.com.